Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, where we unlock the power within and navigate the journey of your self-discovery together. I'm Shaz, your spiritual mentor and life coach, here to help you tap into your inner guidance system and manifest your best life. Whether you're just beginning your spiritual journey or looking to deepen your practice, this podcast offers insights, techniques, and inspiration to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality. Get ready to shine your light and embrace your true potential. Remember, the answers are inside you. Let me be your guide on earth. Welcome back to Spiritual Awakening with Shaz. Today I want to talk about manifestation. And before half of you roll your eyes and the other half grab your crystals, stay with me. Because manifestation has been turned into something really strange online lately if you've been watching. 1 minute they're talking about scripting or vision boards, angel numbers, lucky girl syndrome, abundant songs, money magnet songs or music, 17-second manifestation rituals, or other strange things that really can blow your mind. And sometimes in the next minute, they're just telling you that you only need to think positive and your dream life will fall straight out of the sky, just like a spiritual Uber Eats delivery. No, it's not quite how it works. Manifestation isn't sitting on the lounge doing nothing and expecting God, Spirit, or the universe and your guides to run your life while you eat snacks and avoid responsibility, taking no action. But it's also not nonsense. This is where many people get it wrong. The people who mock manifestation are usually mocking the watered down version, the fluffy version, the version that was made to look ridiculous or woo-woo. And it's scientifically proven nowadays, so you would not realize how powerful you really are. Manifestation, when you strip back all the glitter, is just about creation. You create the world you live in. You create the world around you. It's in your hands. And we do it through focus, belief, emotion, identity, self-talk, action, and most of all, appreciation. It's in the way that you wake up each morning, the way you speak to yourself when you get up, those first mini micro thoughts about how your day is going to go, the way you move throughout the day, the way you choose to shut down and close your mind at night, those rituals that you take and the things you say to yourself before you go to sleep. That is the way you decide what is possible for you in this world. Manifestation is not magic. It's just remembering you are the master creator of your life. If you want something, ask for it. Focus on it. Feel into it. Believe it, and it will be yours. Okay? Don't worry about the fake version or the lazy version. You don't have to write it down 3 times and wait for money to flow to you. The real version changes the way you live. It changes your frequency. It changes the way you show up. And it certainly can shift your timeline. First thing I want you to remember is you are already manifesting and you do it every single day. You don't need to try and learn how to manifest. You just have to learn how to manifest consciously. Too many of us do it through unconscious process. Without even thinking about it, we just decide we want something and then all of a sudden we have it. Our lives are shaped by repeated thoughts, different choices, beliefs, patterns, the things we tolerate, the standards we have for ourselves, habits, emotional states, and the identity you've been living from. Now, before you start getting defensive on me, this is not about blaming you in any way or shaming you. I certainly am not saying that you consciously ask for every hard thing that happened in your life. I'm not saying you manifested trauma, abuse, grief, loss, or pain because you had a bad thought. But those things, unfortunately, do happen to us. And for many of us, we can't see the gift in what it is while we're going through it. But those things help us grow, become better, and choose differently next time. That's the true power, making a choice of what you want instead. It's not about blaming where you are or realizing that you didn't do what you could have done. This is not about creating from fear or survival, and certainly not from the thought that you're not enough or nothing ever works out for me. Those thoughts of, oh my God, I hate my life. This is not what I wanted. I hate going to work. That is actually manifesting things that you don't necessarily want. You may not realize that it can be very unconscious. The way that you complain about everything on the way. I'm stuck in traffic. This isn't working out for me. I don't get what I want. Nothing ever works out for me. People leave me. Money's hard to come by. I can't do that. Or even the deep question of who am I to even want or deserve more? Who you are is the magical, beautiful being that can have everything they want if they choose to do a little shift in their process, focus, and decide that they deserve and demand better. When conscious thoughts run in the background every day of happy choices, that things are working out for you, the world is running in your favor, money is easy to come by, I get everything I desire. Those little patterns and shifts make all the difference. Because if you truly think nothing is always working out for you, nothing works in your favor, you'll miss the open door that's right in front of you, and you'll continue to stare at a closed one. If you believe you're not worthy and explain away every compliment or every kindness done to you, you're just going to create an environment that's not safe, where you feel anxious and where you feel unhealthy love and attachments to chaos. We are constantly creating something. The question that I need you to ask yourself is, what are you creating from? Are you sitting in fear or truth? Lack or appreciation? Old wounds or new identity? Survival or possibility? It truly matters. When you start to create from the place and the heart center that you are worthy of anything that you want, even if you have to wait a little while for it, it will slowly come to you in many ways. We don't always get to instantly decide how our manifestations turn up, but trust me, over time, they are going to turn up for you. Many years ago, I used to sit in a meditation circle, and this beautiful lady had a Merkaba glass, like hanging dome thing. And it was an aspect where you sat and meditated in it, and it was beautiful. You would visualize yourself shrinking to get inside the Merkaba, and you would travel to all sorts of different dimensions. I remember the first few times I got to experience this beautiful and powerful technique, and I decided then and there that I wanted one of those Merkabas. Now hers was specifically made for her. Someone had handcrafted it. It was not something that was found in everyday life, and I'd certainly not seen one. But deep in the back of my mind was always this desire to have this hanging Merkaba. I'm so excited to tell you and share with you today. Over the weekend, I went and did a platform event at Manly, and while we were looking around some op shops, I just happened to see a hanging glass Merkaba that used to be a light. And it's in the exact same sort of format that the structure was made that I was used for meditation. Now, I first experienced that nearly 20 years ago, and magically it turned up. And the best part, the price of it was phenomenal. The price of the one the lady had was close to $1,000. And at the time, it was way out of my budget. And I didn't know someone who could actually craft it for me either, because it was handmade. And I've managed to find one exactly like I want, that I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks doing up and making exactly what I need it to be, literally out of thin air. I wasn't thinking about it. I never obsessed about it. it just turned up in my sphere. Totally somewhere where I honestly hardly ever travel to. And it was just there. And nobody else really knew what it was. But it was exactly what I desired. This is how manifestation works. Am I upset that it took close to 20 years to achieve it? Hell no. I'm so excited to use it, and I can't wait to see what journeys and manifestations I can get with it and how I can share it with my clients. I'm so blessed to have found it. And I can't, honestly, can't explain how grateful I am that it just appeared when I wasn't even really looking for it. That's how we connect to our desire. And our desires matter, not in a greedy way. I never wanted the one from the lady. I never wanted to take it from anybody else. It's about deciding I wanted something and asking the universe to bring it about. And yes, unfortunately, I had to wait. But let me tell you, the wait's been worth it. I've meditated with it, just holding it in my hands a couple of times, and the journeying is phenomenal. I'm going to share pictures of you when I do it up and set it up the way I want it, not in its raw form. So keep an eye out for that. I want you to think about when you're looking at manifestation. The powerful part about it, simply manifestation helps you focus. It helps you get clear on what you really want. It reminds you that you're not here just to pay bills or carry everyone else's emotions and hope something nice happens in your life before you die. It reconnects you with desire. And as I said, not in a greedy way, but in a soul way. It helps you define, what do you want? What lights you up? What you want, what I want, let me tell you, totally different things. What makes me feel good compared to what makes you feel good? Again, totally different things. But that's what manifestation's all about. You're never going to truly want to manifest things I want, and I'm never truly going to manifest things you want, because they just don't occur to you. So don't compare your manifestations to everybody else and try and keep up with the Joneses and say, because my friend has that, I have to go and get one. That wasn't about this. I wanted that Merkaba for the energy, not just because she had it, because of the experiences that I created with it. Manifestation helps you create those questions. It changes the state you live in. When you focus on something that you love, appreciate, desire, or feel grateful for, your physical body responds. You stand differently, you breathe differently, and you certainly make different choices. The powerful part about it most people don't realize is your mind starts looking for evidence that it might be possible. You don't even realize how much you look around and notice things that you probably wouldn't have noticed. This light was hanging outside the shop and most people walked past it, never even witnessed it whatsoever, but it captured my attention. My spirit guides had actually told me to stop and park where we were, and when we looked around, there weren't even any really shops there. But exactly what I wanted was just around the corner. This is how you tap into action. This is how you attune to what you need and follow your instincts. You have to pay attention. You cannot avoid action, responsibility, or your body. Your choices have to match exactly what you're doing. If you're looking for something, actually search for it and find out what it is, where it is, and how it can show up. And make sure that your action is aligned with your feeling. Too many people make manifestation messy because they think they can affirm their way into a new life and still keep choosing the old one. You can't say, I am abundant, and keep acting like you're helpless. Regarding relationships, you can't say, I'm ready for love, and then keep ignoring the red flags and the chaos and the danger by mistaking it as chemistry. The same with your health, right? You can't say I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm well, and speak to your body or treat it like it's the enemy. You have to adjust your actions and create alignment with the outcome that you desire. Too many people claim that, oh, yes, I'm doing all the things when they're actually not doing anything. And this certainly comes with your connection to the universe. You can't turn around and say, I trust the universe, and then refuse to take the next obvious step when it's right in front of your face. Manifestation and the process of it is not a substitute for action. It's the energy behind the action that makes the difference. Now, this is one of the areas where I get really passionate because I truly believe manifestation is there for everyone. And they turned it woo-woo, made it too hard to reach and put too much spirituality on it and turned it into something out of reach for the normal person. Nowadays, there are a lot of reports out there and there are a lot of instances and proof where scientists are lining up and showing us how energy alignment creates manifestation. It doesn't need to sound silly. You just need to look at the power behind it. Go and scan YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and you're going to watch these people and they make all these glorious videos. I'm manifesting this and I have to get out all my candles, all my glitter and write down my things 100 million times. I've got to dance under the moon and ask for a Lamborghini. People laugh it off and they look foolish. In saying that, a lot of those things actually work. It looks ridiculous. But do you know why it works for them and not for you? Simply because they believe the outcome first. They have complete faith that what they want wants them. And they do that action in a frequency and a vibration that is magnetic. That is what it's all about. You have to be aligned and equal and vibrate to the energy and frequency of what you want in order to receive it. Manifestation is not new. It's in the Bible. It tells you everywhere how to access it. Manifestation is simply praying, setting powerful intentions, having faith in God and the universe, visualizing what you want, imagining the best world out there, affirming your acceptance of it and your belief to it. Creative thought is also manifestation, and so is planning. Sometimes in order to get things, you got to design it, plan it, map it out. There's no use manifesting, oh my God, I want a house. And then saying to the universe, I just want a house. What type of house do you want? How many rooms? Do you want a fixer up or do you want something that's working? Do you want something that's freehold or a villa or a townhouse or a unit? Details matter. And once you think about it and feel it and energetically align with exactly what you want, you magnetically start moving towards it. And this is how you create it. And many people will tell you it's weird, but it's not. It's part of life. Long before someone builds a house, it lies in their imagination. There's plans. An architect comes and creates the design. A builder has plans of mapping it out. The plumbers, the electricians, it all takes planning. Same as when you write a book. Very few people just sit down and write a book without an outline, without a character definition, without a story beginning and ending. Planning matters, especially when you're talking about business. One of my favorite quotes, a man without a plan is a plan to fail. And it was said by King Richard in the movie about Venus and Venus Williams and her sister, that her name's just not coming to my mind right now. And it really made me sit back and look at that quote and define it exactly the way it is. No plan in life literally is a plan to fail. We make plans all the time. We don't even realize it. You plan to get a job, go to work, live in this world, pay bills. But it's how you really knuckle down into that plan. The structure that you put to it, the energy and frequency that do you put to it. In general day life, if you're sitting there and a bill comes in and your first thought is, oh my God, another bill, all this stress, how am I going to pay it? It's going to be really hard for you to get that. And it's going to put a tight feeling and stress and fear and negative vibration around your frequency. But if you receive a bill and you look at it and thank the world that you got a bill because you received a service or something for it, let's make it simple about the electricity bill. Nobody likes to pay it. It's expensive as crap. But who likes a cold house? Who likes lights on over their head? Who likes the access to internet and electricity? If you can be grateful for it, honor it, and thank the fact that this money is providing all of that energy that you need to get by in your life, the flow of money that comes to pay it will flow so much easier. It's small, subtle shifts that make all the difference. When I get bills nowadays, I write on them, thank you, thank you, thank you, and pay them with ease. I do what I can to pay them quickly before the due dates, but if I don't, I just ask for grace or get an extension and do what I can to pay it in the way that it flows for me. And the more I do that, the more I have more money flowing in, more clients showing up, more abundance coming towards me, and less bills that get paid over their due date. And I'm starting to pay down things that I didn't even realize were really flowing through. And subtle shifts really do make a huge difference. Okay? The reason some people say manifestation is woo-woo, I think they're missing the point because they're mocking what we call the costume underneath it. And yes, some of the airy-fairy things you can do, some of the way out things that people put out there is really silly. But trust me, silliness is a really good vibration. And it comes to this. Your thoughts matter. Your words, energy, choices, identity, and actions all matter. When you repeat something, so if you keep saying, I am abundant, I am love, I am happy, I am joyful, this is a rehearsal for what's to come. Okay? You can't turn around and say that I want this and then just leave it. You've got to rehearse how you're going to show up in it. That's what the visualization process is. A rehearsal of what's to come. And when you view it through that lens and you start acting like you would when you have what you want, that is how much closer it gets. Because you got to remember, what you believe, your unconscious mind will start looking for. The same as what you notice will show up. What you choose will become your reality. Those choices become your life. That is true manifestation. It's not fluffy or fake. It's truly powerful. One of the things I really want to stress to anyone listening who is struggling with their manifestation, those very early morning thoughts matter the most. How you set yourself up for success each day changes your whole reality. First thing in the morning, you want to think things like, everything's working out for me. Today is a great day. I'm so excited to start my day. You'll have a much better day if those are your first thoughts than, oh my God, do I have to get out of bed? I don't want to go to work today. I really can't face so-and-so in the office. Why do I have to do this? That energy and frequency, you're going to have chaos. You're going to have catastrophe. You're going to have every red light on the way to work. But if you set your tone by jumping out of bed in a great mood, and if you can't do it naturally, play music, bop around, make it a choice, you change everything around you. Trust me, wake up one morning and think, I'm tired, I can't be bothered, I hate this, and see how your day goes. And then wake up the next day and say, everything's great, I'm going to get this action done, this opportunity completed, this thing ticked off my list. and see how that day goes. You have to provide yourself evidence. If you set the tone that today is a bad day, your mind will automatically look for evidence to back it up. But if you set the day that everything's working out for me, I get great success, your mind, once again, is going to look for evidence to back that up. The mind is a very clever little bugger. If you give it a command, trust me, it will find it. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be effusive and wake up like a Disney princess with the birds singing and you dressing in the sunlight and all this silly ridiculousness. And certainly not at 6 a.m. for those who have to wake up early. But if you can catch your first thought, you can guide it. My first thought each morning is, what a nice sleep I had. It's so warm in my bed. Thank you. Today's going to be a great day. What do I have on today? Who's coming to see me? Do I have any appointments or am I creating content? Today, I'm recording on Monday. It's the King's birthday, a public holiday. I've got washing to do, chores to do. I'm making some bread. I've got the podcast to record, which I'm doing right now. I'm also got a client coming this afternoon. These are all great things that I was looking forward to each day. In between, cleaning the house, doing different things, creating content, fixing up my website, being interrupted halfway through recording with a telephone call. How you respond matters. Because I chose to feel supported today. I chose to look at all the things that are working, and each step takes me one step closer to everything that I want. Simple thoughts. My body's always working for me. I get to eat nutritious food. I get to bake and make some focaccia today. It's great. I'm safe to receive. I could have taken the interrupted phone call on my first recording of this podcast as a disruption. But I placed a Google ad for my business and I got a new customer from my Google ad. How great is that? Perfect alignment. I'm talking about manifesting. And today I manifested a new client from an action that I took because I chose safety in receivership. I chose to wonder what beautiful things can happen in my life. I chose to be curious and decide to test and measure something to see if it's worthwhile. And trust me, it already is, because I've invited in great things. I changed my thinking. I used to be one of those people that used to think, oh my God, what else can happen to me today? And now my first thought is, what great things are coming my way? Everything is always working out for me. All my desires come. Even when something goes bad, I know that it's working out for me because it's probably saving me from something worse. Those minor mindset shifts change the world around you. It can create a massive timeline shift. A very small but powerful shift in your thinking can alter your whole frequency in the world around you. That first thought in the morning becomes the doorway to your day. What are you going to say to yourself tomorrow? Start with something simple. Today is a beautiful day. Thank you for waking me up. Everything I want wants me, and here it comes. And as the daytime, the first thoughts that matter, your nighttime thoughts matter equally as much. When you're going to bed, thank the universe for all the gratitude that you've received throughout the day. Be grateful for everything good and bad that happened. Appreciate what you did, how you showed up, the people that you connected with. Instead of replaying and overwhelming every bad aspect of the day and how hard it was and how miserable it was and bring fear into every conversation or bill or problem that showed up, release that. Stop it in its tracks and turn around and say, you know what? I received a bill because I used an item and it provided me with a service. I had this conversation, and even though it didn't work out the way I really wanted it to, I'm in better stead for tomorrow. I can change the way it shows up next time. Because if you go to sleep with worries and despair, you're not really resting. You're rehearsing stress. And that's why you wake up exhausted. Your sleep is not just about the hours that you spend in bed, it's about the state you carry into it. Do you have good dreams and happy dreams? Or is it where your mind is overwhelmed with dreams because it can't process consciously what you refuse to face? Before we go to sleep, our mind needs direction, not pressure, just direction. Simple questions. Start asking yourself things like, what went well today? Is there anything I'm proud of? Was there something that I could handle better than I did today or than I used to before? How much gratitude do you have for what happened in your life? Is there anything specific you want your mind to work on while you go to sleep? And one of my favorite ones, what am I ready to receive tomorrow? How great is that? What am I look forward to tomorrow? How can tomorrow be even better than today? It's not weird. It's training your mind to look for evidence of growth. It's teaching you how to appreciate and celebrate every little thing because they matter. Don't go to bed counting your problems. That is why you wake up feeling heavy. Stop counting evidence of those problems and start counting evidence of the greatness instead. Shift that thinking. Because once you realize everything around you is growing, that you're supported, how capable you are, that's when everything changes. Even if it's tiny, micro steps matter. Tiny evidence soon becomes a massive mound of evidence. This is how you change the world around you. So now we have our morning routine and our nightly routine. You have to stay in flow for the moments in between. And this is where our conscious or unconscious self-talk matters. Many people think self-talk is harmless. It is one of the most harmful things that you can do. The way you speak to yourself daily creates the atmosphere of the way the world looks around you. Stop saying things like, I'm stupid, I'm hopeless, I mess things up, I can't do anything right, I'm too old, too fat, too late, too hopeless, I'll never get there. All of these things your body hears, your unconscious mind hears, and your energy responds to that frequency. That is why you feel heavy. Sweetheart, if you are living with an inner bully and calling it motivation, it's got to stop. One of the processes that I learned many years ago was when a negative thought comes up, I go, no, stop, hang on, click, cancel, delete that. No, we're not having that here. And changing it straight away. If you think I am stupid, remind yourself, no, I'm not. I'm very smart. I have this job. I do this work. I got up every day. I raise these children. I create this. I've achieved that. And you will slowly change that inner critic or the itty bitty shitty committee that I call inside your head. You are in control of that. You have power over it. It thinks it has power over you. You get to choose. Stop it in its tracks. Make that choice for yourself. Our self-talk is spell work. Words matter. You think I'm being dramatic, but words do carry energy. You are casting instructions over your life all day long. Go and look in the mirror and ask yourself what comes out first. Is it positive? Is it negative? And if it's a negative thought or a judgment or a criticism or bullying, stop it and turn around and give yourself evidence of all the reasons why you're not. The easy way to stop the unconscious mind from bringing up these negative thoughts is to prove to it otherwise. You have the power to do that. Use the power of your language. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be aware. Stop saying things like, I can't, to I'm learning how. I can do it. I just have to choose to do it. When you think nothing works for me, switch it. Change it straight over. I'm open to seeing what can work, or who can work, or how it can work, or why it can work. If your thoughts about failure, that you're always failing, build evidence of all the things that you do right. Did you get dressed today? Did you brush your teeth? Did you have a shower? Did you drive to work? Did you make breakfast? All of these are evidence of things to show you all the successes you have along the way. And the big one, when you're talking about your body, I hate my body, I'm fat, I'm slow, I'm old, I ache, I'm this, I'm that. Remind yourself that your body is trying to support you and you're learning how to support it back. One of my favorite things about the body right now, there's a viral video going around on TikTok or Facebook, and he sings to your body, and it's every single cell inside my body, every single cell is happy and well. And the little tune that he puts to it, and no, I'm not going to sing everyone because I don't sing well. I sing privately because that's who I am. These words are not empty. They're actually instructions to your body. You can change the way it is. If you are struggling with your manifestations and your body does not want to hear you say things, it doesn't receive the powerful statements, put a tune to it, put some music to it and sing it to it. The affirmation song that Snoop Dogg made for kids is one of the most brilliant things because it gets through all the unconscious things. It gets through all the barriers because of the music behind it. This is how you make things easy. This is how manifestation goes from something overly complicated to a very simple shift and change in the way that you show up. You don't need 47-step rituals or hundreds of dollars in candles or crystals or things that move mountains and journals written in ink from unicorn tears that you can't actually get. What you really need is consistency, feeling, and repetition. Those simple shifts will change your state. That's why the songs work, along with affirmations and routines and rituals. They're not magic on their own. They interrupt your patterns, your frequency, your vibration. It makes you strong and healthy, energized, powerful, happy, abundant, and alive. Play them, use them, dance to them. One of the big things with affirmations, when you're struggling to say them, move your body. That's why I love tapping. I am healthy. I am kind. I am so blessed. I love everything about myself. I enjoy what I'm doing. These things interrupt the physiology patterns. It allows the reception of them to sink deeper. It changes your state. It gives you a feeling in your body and totally lifts your mood. These then become nervous system anchors. When you're riding high, you want to anchor that into yourself. Sing it. Why do you think songs go viral? Because they play it over and over and over again. There are certain songs that can truly change everything around you. Pay attention to them. Watch how your body thrives when you hear them. This is how you start rehearsing for your new reality. Your body learns through repetition. Our mind learns the same way. Simply monkey see, monkey do. Show it what to do and it will become it. That's how we rise our frequency, make different choices. Be kind to self. Drink water, move your body. Set powerful intentions. Manifestation, grab a glass of water, set all the intention of what you want in it and drink it. It changes everything within you. And it's so much better than anything else. And it's simple. Don't make it hard for yourself. The healing starts with every simple change that you make. It takes a while. It takes repetition, but give it time and space and you will make your manifestations so practical that they happen like that. You do not have to go out and change the world. Go and look at everything that you've already manifested. If you're looking at evidence of what you can't see, that you can't achieve, look at everything that you got. One of my biggest messages that I want to set out to people is you are so much richer and more abundant than you give yourself credit for. There are many homeowners out there who come along and complain about their mortgage and don't realize how well they're doing. And they're sitting on an asset of over $1 million if you live in Australia. That's a lot of money. And you're not recognizing it as the worth of what it is. You're looking at it as a debt, as a bill, as a problem. Shift that frequency first and see what that happens. Remind yourself you're already a millionaire and see how you show up. Don't turn around and say, oh my God, I just want to become a millionaire. I want $1 million in the bank. You actually do. Your house is literally with the bank. Yes, you're paying it off, and yes, you still owe money towards it, but it's still an asset and you can make it work for you. Okay. There are so many things you've already manifested: homes, jobs, friendships, relationships, healing, children, businesses, new skills, creative arts, talents, sports, boundaries, even moments of courage when you need it, and a better version of self. Take note of them, appreciate them, celebrate the living hell out of them, and watch your world change. You put problems where they don't need to be, you have the power to remove them. It's up to you. Manifestation doesn't always arrive with fireworks or angel choirs. Sometimes you just miss it. It just happens easy. Someone buys you lunch. That's manifestation. You find a parking spot right out the front of the shop that you need to go to. That's manifestation. Someone picks up the tab when you go out for dinner. All of that sort of thing. They're not luck. It's alignment. It's your focus and your soul guiding you exactly where you're meant to be, to become the person ready to receive what it is. Start noticing it. And when you notice and ask for more, appreciate what's already arrived first. Celebrate it. There's no use having a big list of I want this, I want that, I want this, and getting those things and then having, oh, well, yeah, so what? I got that. Like not even noticing it pass by. Because this is where your soul, your universe, and the world around you bucks up and says, why the hell would I want to bring you more when you're not grateful for what I've already done? What effort do I need to put in for you to truly appreciate what's there? Appreciation and manifestation have to go in alignment, because if you're not seeing and celebrating what you do achieve, you're just creating a hurdle in order to get over for the next time. Because trust me, think about it, right? If you go and do something for someone and give something to someone and they don't appreciate you or celebrate you or acknowledge you, are you going to want to go and give them more? The universe responds in kind. Pay attention. Really notice things around you, because that shows belief, and belief builds momentum. These things people take for granted. They forget to celebrate their milestones. The only things we celebrate nowadays in reality are birthdays, funerals, and weddings. There are so many more celebrations to have in this world. Celebrate having a job when other people don't, having a roof over your head when people are homeless on the streets, food on the table, money in the bank. The ability to do things, to show up, being healthy, being humble, being wise. Celebrate those mini things that you wanted. I can't tell you how excited I was about this mocha bar. I've told everyone. Celebrate them with movement, small wins, and decisions that matter. But take moments to react, even if it's just sitting there quietly, holding yourself together and saying thank you, but mean it. Be truly aligned with meaning that thanks, of that gratitude, of sitting in it. If you really can't celebrate physical things, go and celebrate an email that you sent, a boundary that you put up between someone, a walk you took outside, drinking water or eating food. The fact that you got out of bed yesterday, even when you probably didn't want to. Celebrate the fact that you can get out of bed, that you're not in hospital, that things aren't worse. Because when you celebrate, you create dopamine and you create this feeling in your body, and the body sits there and goes, oh, I like this. I want more. What can I do to get more? And when it starts looking and curious, oh, how do I get more of this feeling? It will go and find more things for you to celebrate. That's how it works. That's momentum. That is how we roll forward with everything. You get to choose where the energy lands. Okay? Manifestation is simple. Pay attention. I want to talk about manifestation and your purpose and passion because it's not always about getting stuff. It's about showing up in the way you want to be seen, heard, and your existence in this world. It's about becoming aligned with actually who you are. Too many people look for their purpose as being one big thing, one big mission. It's actually many little things. It's in the way that you show up each day, opening the door, paying someone a compliment, being kind to a stranger, letting someone go before you in a queue that's in a hurry, giving way on the road. All of these things are part of your purpose. They show the way that you are compassionate, nurturing, loving, kind, and beautiful in this world. And too many people do it and they don't get excited about it because they don't really acknowledge that kindness is not from everyone. It takes a lot of effort and energy to choose kindness over other things. And the fact that you can do that and do little things to help others truly matters. Ask yourself, what are all the good things that I do, that I show up naturally with, that come easy to me, that I want to be, that other people aren't? Because they matter. These desires aren't random, and your passion for things is not silly. Your imagination of what you think in the world, what you're creating, is showing you the direction of where you want to be. People discount their purpose because they think it is something big and hard. It lies with what is the easiest thing that comes to you in this world? What can you do without thinking about that's automatic? You don't even have to think about it. It's just a natural occurrence, and build it from there. Sometimes your purpose can show up out of frustration, okay, or intolerance of behaviors of someone else. Other times it shows up as curiosity or pain. Many times a purpose and a passion comes from great trauma and the desire not to let anyone else go through that great trauma. It's how we bring about joy. It's how we move our souls to really see what's going on in the world and not become so self-involved that we don't look at how our actions are impacting the greater reality. Sometimes the gift of it is just being kind or smiling at a stranger, noticing someone going through it hard and offering the simplest of help. And that help doesn't always have to be monetary. Sometimes it can be acknowledgement. Too many homeless people out there or people struggling are just not seen. Witness them. Let them know that they're seen and heard. This is how you start creating a life that matches your soul, where you start choosing aligned choices that really show up with who you are. It's where your body doesn't have to scream to get your attention anymore. You wake up feeling connected and alive and you want to jump out and do what you can. That is the deeper manifestation of soul, wisdom, purpose, and passion in this world. It's all up to you. You have the choice to make manifestation easy, and you can start simple, or you can try manifesting 20 or 50 or 100 things at once. But trust me, pick one area first, whether it's health, money, love, purpose, confidence, peace, creativity, support. Just choose one and ask yourself a simple question. What would the version of me who already has this think, feel, say, choose, and do? Because that question will answer everything. If you want better health, how does a healthy day start for you? What actions do you need to take to create better health? Don't turn around and say, I want to be fit and well and lose weight and sit on the couch eating chocolate. It's not aligned. If you want money, how does the abundant version of you speak about money? How do you feel about money? How do you acknowledge money? How do you witness it? showing up in your world? How do you acknowledge savings and gifts? What do you pass forward? How do you pay it forward? How do you share it? All of these things matter. The same as when you're looking at love. How does your loved one treat you? And how do they treat themselves? How they treat themselves is the really big sign to show you how worthy they are of having a relationship with people. Because if they don't treat themselves well, one, they're not going to treat you well because you're a reflection of who they are. And two, you don't want to have to be there picking them up, boosting them up, and being the support system for them if they can't do it for themselves, because you can't help someone that can't help themselves. If you're thinking about your purpose, how does the purposeful you show up each day? What do they do with that purpose? What does their day look like? How does that version of you differ from the person that you are today? The same with confidence. What does the confident person stop tolerating in life? How do they show their boundaries? How do they walk into a room? All of these things matter. Behind it, you have to put action. Play a song, write affirmations, drink water, make calls, clear the space or walk outside. Write down your ideas, book appointments, say the prayer, or even sit still for 17 seconds in the reality that you want. 17-second visualization, feeling, manifestation is a technique taught by Esther Hicks and Abraham. And it is one of the easiest things to really imagine. Ask yourself those questions and sit in that frequency for 17 seconds and watch your world change. I know it sounds small. Trust me, it can be really hard at times. You think 17 seconds goes by very quickly? Not when you're focused on something. It can take a bit of effort. But sometimes that's all you need to interrupt an old pattern. One focused thought, one clear feeling, a new choice. That's how you begin, then you repeat it. That is really the unsexy truth of manifestation. Take an action, repeat it over and over again. Do it daily, constantly, at least for 67 days, and watch your world change around you. You practice what you become, rehearse for the life that you're looking for. You can't be in this downer shape, decide that you want a world that's abundant, full of love, rich and wealthy, because if you take this mindset into that world, you're going to lose it all. It happens. Look at the statistics around it. They can't handle it. You have to manifest a better world and a better life by changing who you are one step at a time. It starts with peace in your body, better boundaries, healthier relationships with yourself, supportive partners and friends, even better friendships, true friendships. It has to start with more energy and confidence, safety in your home, in your work, in your environments, safety around you. Whether that's for your business, your job, or your spiritual practices, you need better, healthy habits and courage to stand up and be seen. You can manifest all these things if you give yourself time and space and make one simple choice, that you're worth it. You have to show up for yourself. You have to choose for yourself. That is how you change the world around you. One simple step at a time. Decide what you want. What does that look like in your world? Who are you when you have it, and become that person? Even without it, become everything that you need. That is how you will attract it, magnetize it, and bring it towards you. Then get into a receiving mode. Don't knock back opportunities when they arise. Don't look gift horses in the mouth when they show up. Just say thank you. I want you to remember you're more powerful than you thought and how you've been taught. And your thoughts truly matter, along with your words, your emotional state, and your choices. All of this matters. Celebrate your wins. Appreciate everything that comes your way. Choose your morning thoughts and your actions. Take those steps early in the morning, setting the tone of your day. Close down at night with prayer, affirmation, acknowledgement, gratitude of what you've had, what you've achieved, and what you're looking for tomorrow. Monitor the way you speak to yourself. It truly matters. And stop waiting for your life to happen. Co-create it. Ask yourself, what do I manifest already and I don't even realize I do it? Or what have I received or created? And now it's time to celebrate it. Are there any stories I need to stop repeating? Or what feelings do I need to practice? Do you know how many people don't really know how to feel joy, who don't know how to feel gratitude, who don't understand the concept? And you can't unless you practice it. And those small choices can shift your timeline. Make it fun, make it simple, make it yours. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about remembering the creator of who you are inside of you. It's always been there. It is always with you. You have a choice. Make that choice about you. You're not broken. Remember, the power is already inside you. Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook with the links below. Until next time, trust your intuition and let your spirit soar.